the new deal for the Canadian Hockey League with TSN and CBC. Well, I think it's amazing. The CHL's going home to TSN. And the fact that CBC's jumping into the pool. What decade is this? The 1970s?
I know.
When sports broadcasting in Canada was king? You people, you need to rally and watch the games because you love them anyways. It's Canada, for God's sakes.
Good morning, Rod Squad.
It is. Welcome to a Friday, everybody. I am officially declaring the weekend underway. How you doing, Moose?
Works for me.
How did Jimmy Two Tables do on making the coffee over there from Caliber Coffee? How do you do? Is it passing?
Amazing.
As good as Nelson's?
It's very good.
We got the staff here. Maybe at some point we can get the camera on those guys on the sponsors couch because there's no restrictions in the province anymore.
That's right.
And like I said, the weekend is open. Flame Tech Football Friday. Jason in Red Deer writes in and says, yeah, baby, Football Friday. Ryan McCarthy in Saratoga, New York says, good day to my friends across North America as well as Mexico, Norway, Qatar, and Sweden. It's Flame Tech Football Friday. Flame Tech is your industry leader in combustion services. And yeah, we're going to be talking a lot of football today. We can what? Sorry, I was talking. Sorry? Oh, yeah, let's do it. Thanks, Clark. This is the guy. Hey, give us a wave, guys. Jimmy Two Tables and Nelson. Yay!
We need a flashlight on him.
Thank you, Clark. Good work, guys. No, they're over there in the theater. I feel like we're kicking it old school here on the RP show, the way we used to do
with
it.
the crowd.
Yeah, with a crowd. Yeah, you guys, can we make a little noise here? And then I'll yell at them. Yeah.
That's like the most awkward thing to be sitting there and someone's like, make some noise, guys.
Make some noise. Oh, yeah, exactly. Coming up on the program today, how fortuitous it is to have Tori Gurley with us, Green Bay Packers, Cleveland Browns alum, our RP Show NFL insider, because not just Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay now. Did you hear the absolute latest this morning? Davante Adams wants out, their star wide receiver. Something's going on in Green Bay. And Clark, our star-studded producer, just happened to line up Tori Gurley. And the stars have aligned that this has gone down this morning. So nice work, Clark, on that. And then Milt Stegall, the Turtle Man, will be joining us from the CFL on TSN panel, the Canadian Football Hall of Famer, to tee up this 2021 CFL season. So that's what we do on the Football Friday. What do you got?
Look, Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers, look,
yes.
If you decide to leave this show and there's talk of you not coming back to the show, don't be surprised if I decide to follow. Right?
Okay.
Like, if your quarterback's not coming, the star receiver doesn't want to play there anymore either.
Oh, exactly. It's fallen apart in Green Bay. So I want to hear from the Cheeseheads, too. And just before we jump into the Quick Six, Darren Workman's watching in Salt Lake City. He says, greetings and happy Pioneer Day from Salt Lake City. We have a holiday here on the 24th of July celebrating the settlement of Utah in 1847. Sounds like a good reason to party to me. Happy Pioneer Day, you all. Okay, can we hit the Quick Six show topics, please? Thank you, Director Jordan. This is usurping the Quick Six because this is the breaking news today from Major League Baseball. Just out of the blue, the Cleveland Major League Baseball franchise, which incidentally, up until this morning's Twitter handle was at Cleveland Indians. If you were going to change the name of the team and we knew, why would you keep going by Cleveland Indians? Why would you not? Why would you do that?
I know.
Because they're not pushing the name Indians all 2021, right? It's all about Cleveland.
It's all about Cleveland.
Whatever. They've announced this morning that. Nice work. It's the Cleveland Guardians. Now, it just came down this morning. So I was doing stuff while this. So I don't know the real reason behind the Guardians, but I'm thinking like Guardian Angel. That's the thing. And that's exactly what it is. You see the angel wings there. So our poll question today is, how do we feel about the name Cleveland Guardians? And as of the last 22 minutes, when I put up the poll for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center, 54% of you saying thumbs down. Put me in the thumbs down for the Cleveland Guardians. What is it on Facebook? 50-50? Right on the schnoz?
Right on it.
Listen, I don't know. Clearly, team names are a very highly sensitive thing in the world these days. But I don't know. My team, I want to run through the wall. The Golden Knights. Raise your sword. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Guardians? We will take care of you. And if you're not 18 years of age or over, you're in our care. What is it about Guardians that makes you want to run through a wall and kick somebody's ass and buy their gear? Nothing. So I'm sure there's some great reason behind the name Guardians, but I can't, for the life of me, think of what it would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the LA Angels of Anaheim, sure, they've been around since the 70s, whatever. But if you have the chance to rename your team after all you've been through and you come up with this, okay, you were going to say?
No, I know. I don't know what I was going to say because I don't know how I feel about it. You know, and it's an odd time to just throw it out there randomly. And
isn't it Friday morning?
Nelson was kind of reading some of the replies to me, and who was the player? One of the players on the Cleveland Indians replying to Major League Baseball tweet, well, this is one way to find out.
Didn't even know
it was coming. And I mean, I get why you've went away from the name Indians, and I understand why you're going to a new name. It's not happening until next year anyway. So it casts an incredible amount of a big shadow over top of the rest of this season. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's a good thing. The Guardians. The fact that I don't have an opinion means it's not good. Because if I had an opinion and I liked it, but I'm just really not sure. Eventually, like with the Angels, 20, 30 years from now, it'll be cool. But for the next number, it's not going to be.
And a Friday morning. You wouldn't want to do it in prime time or anything.
I know.
Don't. Again, they don't ask me. Chris Bird in Toronto, Argos fan says regarding Cleveland's nickname, glad they made the change. The change is long overdue. Nobody's disputing the name Indians had to go. Nobody. It's what they changed it to and when they plan to announce it and didn't even tell their players. Like, my God. Stacey Champagne says Cleveland's name change, good. New logo, bad. Randolph Zora in Ontario watching says it sounds like an insurance company. Yeah. Yeah, thumbs down. Okay, let's move on to the serious stuff.
Okay.
Number one, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got their rings on Thursday, and Tom Brady, in his interview with, I don't know who he did the interview with, made me realize even more that Tom Brady is my spirit animal. And you saw the quote from him, right? About, if you didn't see it, everybody, there was a lot of teams that passed on Tom Brady last year. He was talking to quite a few teams. Well, it was the Buccaneers that just opened up Tampa for him. They gave him the keys to the city, made him feel at home, signed all the guys he wanted, rejigged the offense for him, and they went and won a Super Bowl. So the interview was like this. What do you have to say to the other teams that passed on you, Tom? And to paraphrase, he basically said, well, there aren't as many smart people as you think out there in the world. Tom, I love you. Because you know what I'm saying? Just as it relates to my career after I left my last job, or with this show and certain things we said, what am I missing here? It's the same thing as Tom's like, what you... But it was Tampa Bay that gave him the keys to the city and whatever you want. And look, he goes and wins the Super Bowl. And I feel like here on Game Plus Television and the streaming, we're winning a Super Bowl. And every day we're winning a Super Bowl. And this morning on ESPN, as you were watching, the panelists on there were going, this is Tom. This is Tom now that he don't care anymore. He's won 7 Super Bowls. He's taken photos of himself holding a goat. He doesn't care because what are you going to say about Tom Brady? What are you going to say? Those teams that didn't sign him last year were saying that his arm strength's gone. He had played on a torn MCL as it was. He's like, yeah. And of course, he said, I'm not going to name what the teams are. They know that I know. It's like everything that... Tom, have you been reading my diary? So what do you think about all that?
Like, first of all, it's a lesson in branding and how to brand yourself, because this isn't new. Tom's acted this way, thought this way, operated this way his whole career. He just hasn't done it publicly. Right? But you can't do it publicly out of the gate until you've proven yourself. And he proved himself after 1 Super Bowl, but that wasn't good enough for him. He proved himself after 2 Super Bowls. But after 7, he's like, look, I'm putting it down now. I'm putting it out there, and I can walk the walk and talk the talk. And that's how you build a strong brand. You do it quietly. You let your actions speak, and then you can talk after you've accomplished something. And it's funny how it relates to like everything, you know. When he said, "You're going to win with that guy? You're going to go with that guy over me? Okay. Are you winning now, right?
Hey.
How'd that turn out for you?"
Who said
right?
that?
You.
Right.
It was relating to details, but that's what Tom's doing, right? And that's what he said. He said, "You're really going to go with that guy over me? Okay. I'll show you."
And now he's standing back, looking back over that burning bridge going, how, like you just said.
And he's saying it.
Yeah.
How do you like me now?
How's that working out?
How's that working out? So good for Tom. I like it. But he's earned it.
Yeah.
You can't do that at 24, 25. You can't do that at 30 years old, right? But now in his 40s, after he's gone through everything and won everything, there's nothing left to prove.
That's why I say Tom's my spirit animal, and I really enjoyed it. And now people are understanding why he is my spirit animal. I see that we're having some streaming issues, but we are still rocking and rolling on Game Plus television. And, you can write us on the Prairie Mobile text line from there, 306-840-8777. That's 840-8777. Rodney from Greenville, South Carolina writes in. He says, "Where did you get that Patriots golf shirt?" What should I tell him? NFLshop.com.
No.
Ultimate Fan Zone.
ReginaPats.com. They sell New England.
Let's just let them.
They sell New England.
Just let them think that.
I think it's awesome.
The warm-up's brought to you by E-Cold Electric. Come check out our new Regina Data and Lighting Center. E-Cold Electric. Let's get to work. They bring you the warm-up every day. Boy, we spent a lot of time on points 1 and 2. Point 3, CFL notes. I was perusing the CFL headlines, Darren.
Yep.
And we mentioned yesterday that Andrew Harris is out for another week in Winnipeg. Michael Riley's just come back to training camp for the BC Lions in Kamloops. And now I'm reading in Ottawa that Matt Nichols, their starting quarterback, has not practiced since last week. In just about every instance, these veterans, these are all household names as far as CFL fans go, right? Matt Nichols, Andrew Harris, Michael Riley. The coaches are saying it's general soreness. Very believable, isn't it? You just gave me a rolled your eyes look.
Did I?
Yeah.
General soreness, hangnail, upper body, lower body. It all means the same thing, right? The betting stuff hasn't been mandated yet to be more specific on these injuries. If it is general soreness, hey, I believe it. I can believe that. It's camp and your body goes through a lot and you're just sore and you need some time off. But you don't take a week off for general soreness. I don't know.
I find it highly believable that veterans are missing time because of soreness. We're still, what's today, July 23rd?
Yeah.
We're a long ways away from week 1, and there's not going to be any preseason games. So I have no problem believing that veterans are sore at this time. But from what I am hearing, and I think I dropped a little bit of this yesterday, that there's a lot of panic with regards to getting replacements into the country, quarantining. But there's a lot of with the CFL that I don't understand right now. For instance, attendance for the Rough Riders green and white game on Saturday's capped at 5,000. Yet there's no restrictions in the province. Why don't we have 33,000? I don't know the answers to these questions. You folks in Hamilton, 3,000 going to be at Tim Hortons Field Sunday for the Ticats practice, but 15,000 are at BMO Field to watch Toronto FC? Can we get Teresa Tam on the phone? Dr. Tam? I don't understand. So, do you understand? Can you enlighten me?
I can't.
Okay. So anyways, we're just going with the flow. We're a year and a half into the pandemic, and point 4 of the Quick Six show topics here is the NHL draft. Round 1 goes tonight. I'll be watching, but I foolishly thought that it would be the usual. Some fans in the arena. Let's throw it in the States because they're back, rocking and rolling down there. We'll have all the scouts and GMs around each table. Nope. Second straight year, the NHL draft's going to be held virtually, which is fine because we wouldn't want anybody to die. But how far ahead are we? Because I'm watching CNN last night, and I'm seeing cases and deaths going down, vaccinations going up. I thought we were out of this. Guess not.
Not quite. It's a precaution. It's a precaution, I think. And why not? I mean, why rush back for something like this? I mean, yes, it's a great experience when you can get fans in the building to be part of the draft and that experience, but you're not going to in numbers right now. So take the extra step. Let's make sure we get through this and have no hiccups, because we really need fans in the stands when we drop the puck. So we'll sacrifice the draft in order to make sure that there's not even a hiccup that does something to maybe hurt chances of fans at the season opener.
Trent's watching in Norway, where it's currently 6:16 p.m. He says, Norway calling, Trent Brunner. It looks like Seattle has lots of questions about goal scoring after the expansion draft. TSN seems to want to consolidate the junior hockey scene in Canada. Makes perfect sense. And he says, I hope the Riders' offensive line is solid this season. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Trent. Well, I see that we're having some streaming issues today, so the fastest pit crew in the business is working on that, and I fully expect when we come back after our first break, when Tori Gurley joins us, our NFL insider, that it will be fixed. Point 5 of the Quick Six, the Blue Jays are at the Mets tonight. Jays got to get back off this. 8.5 out now, you saw, after being swept by the Reds. Not a great week for Canada's team. Hey, the Olympic opening ceremonies, point 6, by the way. I tuned in SportsCenter this morning expecting to see SportsCenter. I came for SportsCenter and stayed for the party, which was the opening ceremonies. It was kind of cool. It only happens once every couple of years. We're being in an empty stadium. Again, I thought we were through this. We're not through this.
No. Olympics officially underway, and there's been a few days of events already, but that's when we're going to get them. You're going to watch the Olympics, if you want them live, throughout the night, but you'll wake up to events early morning, and you'll watch events late night. So 6 o'clock and on, and 6 o'clock and before.
Highlight for me was watching the flags.
Yeah.
And seeing that the flag for Chile bears a striking resemblance to the flag of Texas. So when I use the emoji for the Texas flag, I thought it was Texas. It's actually Chile. I'm going to keep using the Chilean flag. So anyways, that is the warm-up for Ecole Electric. Tori Gurley will be in next with us to chat some NFL, maybe a little CFL too. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus television network all across North America, all 10 provinces in Canada, 31 states in the U.S., YouTube and Facebook, apparently, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.